Hey friend, in this video we are going to be painting a little postcard from our journeys in Portugal, which is the windows. I love the windows all over Europe, but obviously we've been in Portugal, so I love just all of the character and the flowers and the tiles and the fun personalities that each window carries in Portugal in our walks around these little towns. So I'll be painting a little abstract postcard of a window today. This is a scene that I noticed in one of the small towns that we've been walking around in Portugal. And I'm using the Mottler brush to just paint in the edges of the building, framing the window. This Mottler brush is by Princeton. It's the Aqua Elite Series Mottler brush, and it's a great brush. Definitely check it out. But I'm going back over each stroke and just making sure that it's smooth, that you don't see any overpowering streaks or obvious shapes from my brush. We want it to be nice and clean and streak-free. One of the easiest ways to just clean up your paintings. Yes, I am going on top of a white color with a blue. I'm going to clean it up, don't you worry, but if you want to keep things clean, just use a separate dish. I obviously don't have a clean separate dish though, so that's why I use this method of just going right on top of colors. I'm also using this like random cheap set from Michael's that my parents have had forever. I'm staying at my parents' house when we filmed this video. This was filmed the summer before we moved to Portugal, so this is a while ago that this was filmed. But now I'm using this like lightish blue color, using a lot of white, and you could use cobalt blue, and painting in the base of the window. So it just looks like a couple rectangles right now, which is a fun painting in itself, a very fun like abstract painting. And once this dries, we'll be painting more window details on top. But again, I'm going back over a lot of my strokes and lifting any excess, making sure there's no obvious streakiness, making it more of a smooth glaze of color instead of... That's just one thing that is so easy to spot in people's paintings that makes things a little bit more distracting or seem a little bit more beginner, is when you can see a lot of brushstrokes in their washes or backgrounds and things like this. So take note and implement that knowledge as you wish. And this is still a little wet, this blue area, and I know the lighting is really bad. We were fighting with the light all day long that day. It was so bright and it kept moving. But now I'm painting in the flower pot, very quintessential Portuguese moment. And a little bit of blur is fine on the top edge for me because I'm going to cover that area with flowers, so I'm not necessarily waiting for the blue to dry before doing the pot. And then I'm going to outline with the size 2 brush in burnt umber and carbon black in a thick consistency so it doesn't blend too much. The creamier and thicker it is, the less it will blur when you're using wet and wet. Putting in the beautiful line details on the shutters. Middle line is thicker, side lines are going to be thinner, and then they have these little brackets here for helping you open the window shutter. Something I didn't realize I would love doing so much since moving to Portugal is opening the windows. It's the little things that you just don't think about that make it feel just that much more fun. There's just a little extra work in opening the windows every morning, and it just feels like I'm in Beauty and the Beast. And I like that. Simple to please, I guess. Now plopping in some flower shapes with the blooms brush. Yes, it is wet and wet because I live life on the edge and I like the blurry look. And it's going to continue to dry more and more, and the details I add on top will be more crisp. But if you want things to not feel so blurry or bloomy, then wait for your base layers to dry. I think it's fun to have some fun and personality in your paintings, and this is a great way to do that. But if you don't like the look of it, then wait for it to dry and then add in your little flower spots. I'm keeping the flowers really basic. They're basically just like little blobs, and then with green in between, using the size 2 brush. Keeping it very simple overall. Just bringing out the essence of this just beautiful scene that, again, might seem so simple when you're walking past it every day or you've seen it your whole life. But that's one thing that I feel has changed me the most about moving abroad, is that things that are everyday, elements to someone aren't necessarily things that I'm used to being a part of my everyday. For example, shutters on windows or flower pots hanging out of windows. Not that it's uncommon, like nobody has it in the United States, but it's just less common. And so it allowed me to become more attentive to those little details that people might just look past because, they grew up with it or they're used to it. It's on their daily walk. They see it all the time. And it doesn't have to be things that you find in another country. It could be maybe you've never noticed a specific flower before that your neighbor has or just planted. And that's something that pulls you out of the ordinary day-to-day things that we experience in our life that just become so dull and so mundane. But when we actually start to pause and take notice of them, it can bring us back into the simple joys of life. Being easily delighted is such a great skill to have, or personality trait, whatever it would be called. It's such a great thing, and it gets mocked or looked down upon sometimes, or maybe laughed at as simple or cliche or live, love, laugh type. But it really is the juiciness of life. And if you're easily delighted, then I don't know, I feel like you just have more peace and more joy and it's just more accessible to you when you allow yourself to be more easily delighted. And listen, I know there's a lot of craziness in this world. There's a lot to be consumed by and upset about and all of that. But I think for humanity's sake, it is more important than ever to strive to fight for being easily delighted and finding joy in things like window boxes, flower boxes on the windows, beautiful shutters, a blue striped monochromatic shutter moment. And just running with that inspiration and seeing what it does to you in your paintings or your outfits. Maybe you're inspired by a color palette that you see in a window scene and you're like, I love how that blue and monochromatic moment is with those peaches and pinks. Maybe I can incorporate that color palette into an outfit, and that can bring me joy today. It's the little things that bring back our spark if we've lost it, or help us maintain that spark when the world really tries to dull it, really tries. So for humanity's sake, fight for that spark. I hope you loved this video. And if you practiced along, tag me on social media at Jenna Rainey, and I will see you in the next one.